Hi guys, Dazzie here with Comic Con number 27. I recently went to a Comic Con on Sunday. You look forward to it all weekend. And the day it arrived, we had to go and watch my wife and support her in a half marathon. And as soon as we finished that, we headed over to Weston Supermare, which is our sort of regular beach in Gloucestershire. And it was pelting down with rain. And I was starting to think this wasn't going to be my day. Firstly, we arrived minutes before my wife was due to run, and so she had to run 2 miles to get to the finish, the start line, and then ran another 13 miles, and she did pretty well in a decent time, we'll consider. But like I said, it was pelting down with rain. We headed over to Weston and for their little con that they have. And I went last year and I quite enjoyed it. There was 4 or 5 vendors there last year, I believe. And the con's called the Stars of Time and Film and their Comic Con. They had a couple of celebrities there, nothing major league. David Warner was probably the biggest of them, the villain in Time Bandits and Tron, made in various films like The Titanic, and one of my favourites, The Omen. But so I'd met him already, so I wasn't going to get any autographs. I was there for comics. So we headed down, and the wife, bless her, she took my boys off straight from home and ran this race, and they went off to the cinema to watch the latest Pooh Bear film. And left me to my own devices. So I arrived at the con, soaking wet, and as I walked in, my heart sank. I couldn't find any comics. Now, I've been Facebooking them, and they've been replying to me saying, yeah, there was going to be vendors there. So I was beyond disappointed, and I looked around. There was the odd box here, the odd box there, but nothing that makes it key-worthy for me. So then I headed into the second room, and again, there was such slim pickings, but there was one vendor. But again, I had my work cut out, because this vendor is renowned in our area for overpricing things. I mean, beyond. He deals in slab books mainly, but he had several long boxes full of raw books. So after looking around the con, I've thought to myself, maybe I can just find one book at a semi-decent price to save the con. Well, I managed to find 9 books. And I think they were pretty good. I think I've done okay, because like I say, this guy charges crazy prices. For instance, he had X-Force #1 for £20. 20 quid. Unbelievable. Cable 1, 20 quid. That's the kind of guy I was dealing with. And his slab books are just crazy as well. He had a Black Cat there, probably, it looked tidy, 200 quid, and wasn't even slabbed. So I looked, and he's got a £2 bin, but there was nothing in there for me. And I was beginning to give up hope. But he had other boxes, and they had £4 per comic. So this is what I found. First up, like I said, I found 9 books. First of them, we've got Captain America, issue 282. And this is the first appearance of the third Nomad, who is Jack Monroe. Now, the one thing about these books, they're all in good condition. I think the Captain America book, maybe a 7.5, 8. But the rest, they're high 8.5s, 9s, 9.2s, 9.4s, and I'm a harsh grader. So one thing with this guy is you're paying for his quality. That's my first book. Like I said, I've been on a bit of a Captain America kick of lately. One-legged books. He loves the Cap books. This is Captain America 323. A couple of things going for this. This is the first appearance of Super Patriot, who is John Walker. Now, John Walker later becomes the US agent. Like I say, that's another character that was in my encyclopedia to hunt down. It's also the first appearance of Lamar Hoskins, who later becomes Battlestar. Okay, so a couple of key first appearances there. Only minor, but ones to look out for. Now the books start to get a little bit better. This is a character in the encyclopedia I've been looking for. I mean, I didn't want to overpay. This is probably the most I would have paid, but again, it's a nice graded book. And this is Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, issue 9. And this is the first appearance of Echo. I would say £4 per book for these. And that's Maya Lopez. Just going to show as well at the end a little bit of a contest update. This was a good book. They had one for £3. They had a couple for £4. And this book I've picked out is pretty minty. You know, there's not a spine tick on it, as with most of these books. And this is Deathstroke the Terminator, issue 15. Really the only one that's worth picking up, I would say. And this is the first appearance of Ravager, who is played by Rose Wilson. This is his daughter. And Rose Wilson's mum is also in it, and that's Sweet Lily. Now, never know what happens with a character like this. Like I say, we've seen his son, I believe, in The Arrow TV show, one of my favourites. It was a great double episode. We saw Deathstroke come back. So we've seen Deathstroke now come into the DCU. So who knows? We might get a little cameo of Rose at some point. She makes quite a lot of appearances in the Teen Titans animated shows. Now this was a book. This was a good find. You know, again, it's probably what. You know, this book's really going crazy online at the moment, and it's in fact in the CBSI top 10 hot books. I think it's at number 7, I believe. Now this is paid £4 again. This is Justice League from the New 52 run. This is the Ivan Reis cover, the regular. But the key about this, guys, is it's the first full appearance of Jessica Cruz. So delighted to add that one. Never know with the Green Lantern film coming out, whether she'll get involved. It's a Forever Evil tie-in, this one. Like I say, £4. Probably get 20 plus for it at the moment. Now to go with that one, you know, her first cameo I believe was in Green Lantern 20. Is it 20? From the New 52 run again. This is her first full appearance as the Power Ring. Justice League 31. New 52 again. Again, it's that regular Ivan Reis cover. Now, I didn't see these boxes on some boxes on the floor first time I went there, but I was that desperate to find some books. You know, you get to a con and you think, I'm just gonna, you know, sometimes you don't find something you think, so you tell yourself you can overpay if you have to, but you're not leaving with nothing. Well, the way this book's blowing up, I paid £5 for it, and I'm delighted, really. You know, it's all about Donny Cates in it. I've seen it on several videos, but online, you can't find this book for under $35.40. And this is Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, issue 44. Yeah, of course, it's the first appearance of the Sitarak. I think it's something to do with Juggernaut's suit or something. The Infinity War crossover. So delighted to pick up that one. You know, like I said, I thought I'd missed the boat on this, but £5, and it's minty, guys. Really nice. The front cover in particular, is it maybe a couple of faint ticks on the back, but the front is immaculate. So delighted with that one. Really, you know, this was the first book I found from the guy, this next one. And yeah, I was surprised to see it. Like you say, when you see X-Force at £20 when you arrive, you think, oh my God. But this one was 10. And delighted to get it. Again, it's minty. A lot of talk, a lot of spec on this book at the moment. And I'm not convinced this character is going to be in the upcoming film. The upcoming film is, of course, Spider-Man, Far, Far Away. And this, for £10, guys, first appearance of Hydro Man in Amazing Spider-Man 212. Lovely copy. My friend Lee had a copy last year, I believe, but it was a bit rattier than this. And I missed out on it. I should have grabbed it then, really. But that's a lovely book. And Hydro Man is Morris Bench. Like you say, we've seen Tom Holland in shooting videos on set with a load of water. So people are guessing it's Hydro Man. You know, it could be Mysterio just using the Yoda illusions or magic, whatever he uses, to make that happen. But it's a great book for 10 quid. So and when I picked this one up, I thought, well, at least I've got something to show for me trip. I didn't expect to find anything else. So I'm delighted. I picked up some nice keys here, some nice current keys. And then the last book. You know, last week I showed off Black Widow. This one is my most expensive purchase. Guy had it on for 20. This is another legendary key. Makes me feel like a collector, guys. I've joined the club. I got it for 15. Probably overpaid, but who cares? Because it's Darkhawk #1. Boom! I'm there, boys and girls. I'm there. And say hello to my little friend. There we go. Picked this one up a few weeks back. That's the first preview appearance. First appearance of Christopher Paolo becomes Darkhawk, and there he is in his full glory. Yeah. Don't get better than that, guys. I can retire now if I wanted to. My collecting days could be over once you've reached that. You know, it was a gimmicky book, wasn't it? It came out with like Sleepwalker and a few others, and it was originally never a valuable book. But people just got on the hype train, and everybody in the forums started buying it in jest, really, just to try and get the numbers up. So when I first looked on Comic Book Realm, I think this was maybe a $5 book. It's up to 15. But online, you know, I've seen this Raw go for 50 plus. So to get it, you know, 15 was as much as I was going to pay, and it's a minty copy. So there we go, guys. That's just me 9 books. It was a short and sweet one, but I think I made out like a bandit, really. First Hydro Man, 10 quid, and then there he is, 20 quid on export. So like I say, here's me sponsors. It's only a short one. We got Vandal Savage and Martian Manhunter. I do like, it's like Justice Unlimited characters, isn't it? I do love that animated series. Now, like I said, a quick update. My contest entries up for 300 subs, so I appreciate everybody who's taking a chance to look at that. I've already got 2 entries in, which is from my good friend JPL Flash Comics Geekdom and the Go-To Geeks. Made a fantastic video. Some of the books the geeks come out with blew me away, blew my mind. So it's just like I say, all you've got to show is your most valuable DC book, most valuable Marvel book, most valuable independent title, and show us your best purchase of 2018. It could be one of those books. So I just want to see 4 books. So like I say, it was my daughter's 16th, and as you know, her the Cryptic Wolf. You know, like I say, she sells a bit of her art at the contest, recent con, and she's applied for another one. She did very well in her GCSEs. Of course, she passed her art, and she's now doing that in A level. So you know, she wants to get into the business. I'm about with the wife to buy her like a really expensive graphics tablet to help her out. So you know, one day I might walk into the shop and see her books on the shelf. You never know. But like I say, I think it was Metalrog who suggested that we put in a couple of her pictures as prizes. I'm going to do that in honour of her birthday on Monday. So I've got 2 that's going to be going into the prize pool. Like I say, I've got 10 books, and I've also got these. We've got an upside down Harlequin. Well, you can have it either way, really. So that's going to be going in. I can get my daughter to sign them as well. And as well as that, we've got Han and Chewie. Okay, guys, so they'll be in the prize pool, along with the 10 comics. Like I say, just a short video. On my daughter's birthday on Monday, she went to the Insomnia Con, which was a like gaming con. I was there, me and the wife, and my eldest, well, Uncanny Ethan, of course. We managed to get into Birmingham, and I found another comic book shop. Only picked up 3 books, but they're pretty good. And excited, well, I'll pick one up for Ethan as well, of course. But yeah, excited to show them off. That'll probably be Friday now. And until then, guys, Dazzie over and out. Take care. Bye bye.